situation that I want to talk about now is the 50 amp fifth wheel motor coach that has 3 ACs. And then when you go to a 50 amp park, all 3 ACs will run usually without tripping breakers. But this summer I was with the number 24 truck team out of Alabama, and they were sponsored by Made in USA certification. And as you might know, the JTB is a Made in USA product. And then this affiliation is what got me to the racetrack, and I spent a couple of days with this team. And while we were there, they had a 50 amp motor coach that had 3 ACs on it. It was rather new. I'm gonna say they hadn't had it but about 6 months, and it was in June and it was hot, and they had that thing plugged up to a 50 amp service there at the racetrack, and all their air conditioners were going, or at least they told me they were going. But then come to find out, after talking to them and doing a little looking, these motor coaches run those 3 air conditioners. They have some sort of system, electrical management system, and I'm not sure exactly how this system works. I'm not sure if it runs 1 or 2 air conditioners at a time and it moves from zone to zone. I'm not sure if it does that, or I'm not sure that it runs 1 air conditioner, and then when it gets up to pressures, then it starts another air, and when it gets up to pressure, it starts another one. I'm not sure just exactly how that system works, but it does manage those 3 air conditioners, and the 50 amp service will take care of all that in that motor coach. Well, the owner was there, and he was asking me what we did, and I told him, I said, we build a JTB Power Solution and for the RV industry. He said, well, will a JTB help this motor coach? I said, absolutely. I said, the JTB can help any RV. He said, well, show me how the JTB can help us. I said, okay, let's step outside. So we stepped outside and we walked around the back there, the motor coach there, and I told Jim, I said, Jim, feel of this power card right here. And he put his hand on that power card, and it wasn't just a second or two, he pulled it back. And I said, what's wrong, Jim? He says, well, that power card's hot. I says, yes, sir, it's just pretty warm. But I says, you know, that's just the #1 indicator that it's still running. It's still running the RV, but it's maximum. It's pulling maximum amps out of that 50 amp service. And he said, well, how can a JTB help me? I said, well, if you installed a JTB and took one of those air conditioners, which I would recommend take the largest air conditioner out of that system and put it on the JTB, I said, that would help you considerably. And I said, that'll reduce the heat that's in that 50 amp service. I said, but if it was my motor coach, I'd install 2 JTBs, and then what I'd do, I'd put an air conditioner on each JTB, and that would leave 1 air conditioner on the 50 amp and let the rest of the trailer work off of that 50. Then the second air conditioner could be off a JTB plugged into the 30 amp plug at the pole, and then the third air conditioner could be on the JTB plugged into the 20 amp GLCI circuit at the pole. And I says, that will help you considerably. But I says, the other beauty part about this is somewhere you've got the instructions on how to run this 50 amp motor coach at a 30 amp park. I'm pretty sure that's in there somewhere, but I don't know exactly how it works. But if you go to that situation, you can fix your factory settings to where you can run into that 30 amp park, and then when you do that, you can plug the JTB in to that 20 amp, and I says, you'll run 2 air conditioners without any problem. And I said, the third air conditioner, you know, you would have options of what you wanted to do there. You might could run it on the main 30, or you might not, but you could for sure run 2 air conditioners. So the JTB here, it gives you more options. It gives this situation with this 50 amp motor coach or 50 amp fifth wheel, it gives you options, because you can, #1, you can reduce heat, and #2, you can make your motor coach more comfortable by supplying more sources to run your air conditioner. But the number 3 thing is, if you go to a 30 amp part, you also got the option of running a JTB. But the other thing is, if you don't want to run any JTBs and you're not going to be there but an hour or two, just plug in your 50 amp, run them an hour or two. Don't plug your JTBs in. They will automatically switch back to the original factory configuration. Big feature in the JTB. So what the JTB does in this situation, it just gives that motor coach operator more options to help him get through his situation or whatever part he might be in. And it just makes it a lot simpler and a lot easier for that operator to make things work for him. And as we all know, most RV owners are 60 years and older, so they're in our age group, and they don't want a lot of problems. But the JTB will fix a lot of that problem on this particular situation. And again, if anybody has any questions about how to do this, all you got to do is give me a call, and we'll do everything we can to get you the answers. The big problem we're having today is a lot of electrical diagrams are getting changed, and this and that, and there's still some out there that we haven't run across, and we might have to do to educate ourselves on how to make the thing work. But the JTB is designed to work with most electrical configurations. Give me a call at 903-776-2913 or email me at sales@jtbmfg.com, and I'll do my best to answer any question that you might have. Thank you.